Mind chatter and how to calm the mind. Hi, I'm CiCi with Wise Woman Evolving. A lot of my clients ask me, how do I stop the mind chatter? It's just going, 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 or the hamsters on the wheel constantly running. And it's really difficult to get the mind to slow down. Some people are wanting to begin meditative practices. Some people just need to get the stress gone. And so I figured I'd address that here today, just in a little way. Some of the work that I do will go a lot more deeply, but there are things we can do to kind of get a good start. One thing is make sure you're hydrated. And hydration is at the cellular level. It's not always about how much water we're drinking. We do have techniques that we can use to get the cells to be able to take in the proper amount of water, to be able to operate without taking on too much, because that can be an issue as well. So stay hydrated would be one good tip. Sometimes we just need to remember to breathe. Take a good deep breath in and out, all the way to the belly if you can. And some of us are breathing so shallow we don't even realize we're not fully breathing. So just go ahead. Actually, right now would be a good time. And let it all out. And begin to quiet the mind. One thing you can do is just ask the mind, hey, give me a break. Some of what we'll do today, though, let's get into a little taste of some of the work that I do. What I'm seeing coming up is in the brain, the cingulate gyrus. So that's kind of a relay center for the limbic system of the brain. It serves as an interface between conscious and subconscious mind. It's where you have feelings, attention, working memory that flows together. But also it can suppress feelings of anger and rage. And a lot of times we'll get really angry and think, oh, we're not supposed to be angry. However, we have to remember society tells us that. And anger, when it's overly expressed, isn't good. It's not healthy for anyone. However, anger can be a really healthy emotion because it can keep things moving if we utilize it in a healthy way and access it in a healthy way. So again, that goes back to kind of keeping things balanced. The cingulate gyrus also has, that's where the emotional reaction to pain is in the brain. And when we store that too much, or we get stuck on the hamster wheel, like we're talking about in the beginning of the video, then we can get stuck in that. And pain can come in many forms, remember. We can have physical pain, but where does the physical pain really come from? Is it an emotional pain that we stored in the body as a physical pain? And that's something we need to recognize. And when I work with my clients, whether in groups or individually, we go deeper to find out what the original cause is, so that we can release that, so that you can have more freedom, get off the hamster wheel in the mind, have stress reduce, anxiety reduce. The cingulate gyrus also has to do with regulation of aggressive behavior, depression and anxiety levels. So we want to calm things down, it regulates pain and attention. Where does our attention go? And if we keep our attention too much on one thing, it can create pain in one form or another in our lives. So we want to bring that all together. Kind of what we're going to do here is a little bit of a defrag of the mind, kind of like we defrag our computers, or we used to. I don't know that we need to do that so much anymore, but occasionally. It kind of gets all the scattered bits, takes all the extra debris that doesn't need to be there, flushes it out, brings things together so that it can operate more smoothly, more efficiently. And that's what we're going to do within the brain, within the cingulate gyrus today. And so I'm just going to work with this energetically. Take a deep breath in and out. Try to begin to calm the mind. And I'll just hold that space for you for a moment. When we begin to calm the mind chatter can quiet. And one way we're doing this again is we're kind of doing a defrag within the cingulate gyrus within the brain. We're going to access, part of how we're going to do that is we're going to access the heart brain. The heart is very harmonizing. It brings everything together. It's kind of the center of all things. And brain cells, neurons, etc. have been found in the brain and vice versa. So we're just kind of bringing the two together to help soothe and calm that defrag process within the cingulate gyrus, within the brain, to help calm the mind. So go ahead and take another deep breath in and out. And relax. Something that can help too is just kind of tap on the heart. Anywhere over the chest will do. When we do that, we're reminding the heart to bring calm, bring serenity, harmonize what it is we're focusing on. And right now we're focusing on the cingulate gyrus within the brain. Something else that's coming to mind is keeping in mind how we see the world. So how we see the world, that can come in through different parts of the brain as well. We're also looking at if we go into the chakra system, the third eye is what most people refer to that as. And how we see the world affects how we process things, how we take things in, if we allow fear in or not. So we want to just let go of that fear, even if it's just for now while you're here with me on this video. Let the fear go. I'll hold that space for you. Recognizing that if you are here now, that means you're alive and well, and you are meant to be taken care of. A lot of fear comes in because we don't know what the future is going to be like. How are we going to get to the next moment, to the next year, to the next month, the next paycheck? So we need to let go of that fear, recognizing that if we're here, we are taken care of. Food, shelter, everything we need will be provided. Sometimes it feels really scary because we don't know how on earth, where's that going to come from? But if we breathe, let the mind chatter go, and remember, we're here, we are already provided for. We just need to reach out and receive it. Open our hearts, open our minds to the possibility, and it will appear. You're not gonna, if you're meant to be here, you're not gonna starve, I promise you, because you've got to survive it, right? So we're already provided for, and that's something we really need to remember. So we're going to bring those concepts together again into the heart. Take that into heart. Take that to heart. And take a deep breath right into the heart. And breathe it out, trusting that the universe will provide for everything. Our divine guidance is within. Our divine guidance is right in our hearts. Go ahead and click in the description below for more information. You can sign up for my newsletter. It's free. I won't spam you. I rarely send anything out. I'm just kind of starting. But what I'd like you to have access to through that is the free PDF that I have to offer. And go ahead and access that. If you need to reach me, my website is not up. You can reach me at info@wisewomanivolving.com, or email me directly at CiCi, that's CiCi, at wisewomanivolving.com. You can have access there, learn a little bit more about my groups and my individual sessions. Until next time, be well.